fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Go Phone Memorial Edition from Engine Sentai Go-Onger. I just got this in from Toku Collectibles. Very excited for this. I never had the original Go Phone, so when they announced the Memorial Edition, I was very excited to check it out. Packaging here is amazing. You have Go on red here on the front, holding the phone. Got the checkered flag and everything in the back. Really, really looks cool. Over here on the side, it's just kind of the same picture, kind of wrapping around the side there. Over here on the side, a little bit of the same, but mostly just shows the open phone. Not really too much going on here on the bottom. The top just kind of says Go Phone there, spinning it around to the back. A lot of warnings and whatnot, really just showing you the two things that are included. And then, of course, you have the QR code for the manual. The nice thing is that 3 LR44 batteries are included, and that's all you need, so you do not have to provide your own batteries, which is always a plus. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's get everything out of the box here, and let's take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything you get in the box. Of course, we have the Go Phone and the Engine Soul. And just like the original Go Phone, there are no electronics in the phone itself. It is just a plastic toy. I have to admit, I kind of thought maybe they would put something in here since it's a Memorial Edition, but it's not really needed. Everything is packed into the Engine Soul, so it works. I don't know if they'll do more Engine Souls later on down the road. We'll have to see. But in any case, phone looks really nice. You know, there's not really much to it on its own, to be fair, but it's painted very nice. I really like the kind of silverish blue metallic finish that it has. All of this other like silver, black, green, red metallic paint. It's all really sharp. You have some nice chrome here for the Go-Onger logo. These little cutouts are because the speaker of the Engine Soul ends up right behind that. So those little cutouts are there just to allow sound to come through. You have some like phone details like battery messages, etc. here tampoed on the front. Nice gold button here. So the way this works, and I'm sure the original was probably the same way, but because there are 3 buttons here underneath of the Engine Soul, when you slide this up, it's depressing the button in the middle. And then the buttons under here, like if I press 7, you can see how it's raising multiple numbers. And then if I press like 6, it's raising the other ones. It's because, you know, one of these is depressing the button on the left side, one of them is depressing the button on the right side. So it's not like the Mobirates where the numbers actually matter. You probably could, like anytime you're pressing 1, you could press 3, 5, 7, 0. It wouldn't matter what you're actually pressing. We'll still do what the directions say. You have some numbers that you'll actually use for the combinations of the mecha later on. But I don't think, like, you could literally, anytime you have to press something that uses this set of numbers, you could probably just press, like, 2 every time, and it wouldn't really matter, but we'll do what the directions say. And then, of course, flip it open there. But yeah, oh, there's also a secret button, pretty well concealed right there, that we'll use a little bit later on as well. But yeah, phone looks good. Pretty sharp. For the Engine Soul itself, very nice. You have some gray plastic here with a really nice sticker. LEDs right there. I mentioned all the buttons there. Also a button here on the back. Here's your battery compartment. So if you ever had to replace the batteries, you would just unscrew that. You have your 3 LR44s hidden underneath. This is where I pulled the little tab out to get it going. Speaker here. There is a button here on the back, and then there's a little reset button. So this actually has 2 modes. There's kind of like normal mode, and then there's Sosuke mode. And when it's in normal mode, which is what it's in right now, it kind of cycles through the sounds of like flipping the phone open, flipping the top of the phone open, and then popping the soul in. So it'll just kind of cycle through those. When we change later on to Sosuke mode and we press this, it'll give us some phrases, but we'll check that out a little bit later. So that's pretty much it for them individually on their own. So let's go ahead and transform. All right, so first thing we will do, of course, open the phone. Flip it open, press our button here on the back. So this is kind of what they call like imitation mode. So if you were pretending, you know, you were the Go-Onger and you didn't want any phrases or anything with it. This is literally just the sounds of the transformation. And then it just kind of makes some sounds like that. So we pop this open and we hold down the button on the back. It'll play a little background music while we transform. All right, I have to kind of kill it short because I don't know how much of this I'm allowed to play, but there's background music like for everything, so it's very hard to show you the functions of the toy without having some of the music play, so I'll do my best here. But if we hold this down again, plays the theme. Okay, and I do apologize. It's not as loud as I'd like it to be. It's not bad, but... So the other thing we can do, the button here on the back has the different like background music theme songs here. So we just kind of cycle through this. Oh, it's not doing it now? Oh, you know what? I think I have to transform first. There you go. Now I should be able to get the songs. There we go. So you have the main theme, background music, and then so it's basically the main theme and two different background music tracks. Yeah, then we're back around to the theme again. So I think that's pretty much... You know what? We'll go through... I don't think it's going to do the phrases here. Yeah, I have to be in Sosuke mode to get... There's a bunch of extra phrases after you transform when you hit the gold button. We'll get there in a minute. I don't think the got-ties will work. Oh, they will. Okay, so we'll try these out. I think there's going to be additional phrases, but basically what you do is after you transform, you hold the background music button down, and then it goes into got-tie mode. So if we hit just the button on its own... Okay, so we have called and combined into Engine-O by just hitting the button. Now if we do 5-star pound, and then the button. So there you go. There's a lot of sounds of like things connecting and screwing together, which is kind of hilarious. But that is G6 formation. So now we have 7-star 9. So that was G9 formation. I like how you can hear the helicopter coming in. I think that's really cool. And then, of course, G12 is going to be 7 star 1 2. So there we go. So that is all the different mecha combinations, which I think is really cool. I love the crazy sound effects. You can hear all the mecha coming together. Like I said, you have the helicopter or like the other sound effects of other mecha coming together and everything. So that's really cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the normal mode. You can do the transformation. You can do the 2 different transformations with the background music. And then, of course, you have the background music itself just by pressing the button on the back, and then the mecha combinations. Now, the mecha combinations can be done in the Sosuke mode as well. I just figured I'll show them you here. They don't really change from mode to mode. So next up, we have to pop out our engine soul and change it to... Whoops, I'm hitting buttons. We have to change it to Sosuke mode. So this is very easy to do. All you're going to do is they have a little reset button right here. You're just going to have to hit it with something. So when it says go on, that's how you know it's in Sosuke mode. If you want to change it back to the other mode, you have to hold down this button, and then while it's held down, hit the reset button again. So I'll show that off real quick. And you get kind of that normal sound without the go on, and that's how you know it's back to the regular mode. So now we're back in the Sosuke mode. So now that we're in this mode, when we hit the button... So there are 3 kind of combinations of him saying a phrase and then the sound effects from the other mode where he's opening the phone, flipping it open, and entering the soul. So I think we're back around now. Yeah, so that's it by itself. But now when we go ahead and bring the Go-On phone back in. So now if we flip this open. So now it says, you know, met on and let's go on and everything. I think the Sosuke mode is definitely more fun than the imitation mode, just my personal opinion. And now if we cycle through a bunch of phrases with the gold button. All right, so we should be back around to the front there. So I was just pressing the gold button up every time I was trying to put the speaker to the front so you could hear it a little better. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if they're going to do more engine souls in the future, but since a lot of those phrases were him interacting with Speedor, you know, it's possible they might not. I would still love them to and maybe throw some other sounds at us, but time will tell. They might have packed it all into this one knowing this might have been a one and done. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's all the phrases you can go through with that. You can also get the background sounds here. That hasn't changed. You can also do the different transformations with the background music. So again, I got to try to close it up. And then if you do it again, all right, sorry, I gotta cut it off. But yeah, so it's kind of neat. Like you'll have a bunch of Sasuke phrases as you like do with the background music there while he's transforming and such, which I think is really cool. I think it's a pretty fun release. I definitely think that the Sosuke mode is more fun than the just kind of normal roleplay mode, but I do think it's really cool that they include both. Probably whenever I fiddle around with it, I'm going to be sticking in the Sosuke mode just because I think that's the most fun with him shouting the phrases and the transformations and everything like that. But you have your background music in there. You have background music that can play while you transform. You have the mecha combinations that you can go through, which is really cool. Like I said, you do have the ability to kind of access most of that without Sosuke if you choose, but I definitely think that's more fun. I have no idea if they're going to do more Engine Souls in the future. I think it would be really fun, but I could easily see this just be kind of a one and done just because, you know, Go-Onger is kind of hot right now with its appearance in Boom Boonger and things like that. So I think this is really cool. If you like Go-Onger, if you're a big fan, I think this is definitely not going to let you down. Like I said, for me, I definitely wanted to pick it up because I never had the original and it's something I've always wanted. So to be able to get a nice, really clean, you know, pristine copy here, I think really works out. And plus having all the background music and everything built into it is a lot of fun for me. So yeah, it's a fun release. You know, if you have the original, I don't know, you know, if you're perfectly happy with the original and you don't need the extra little bit of his phrases and the background music, if you can get that somewhere else, I could see how it's a pass. But if you're like me and you never had the original, I think this is a really nice piece to add to the collection. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.